Well, good morning, magandang umaga. Welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Monday. It's the beginning of the work week. And our guys here are working bright and early this morning, getting the finishing started on the planters back here in the driveway area. You can see over my shoulder. Now, that is the project of the day. That's what they're going to be working on all day, maybe even all day tomorrow. I don't know. But my project for today is to work on the window frames, those granite window frames up on the second floor bath area in the shower. I'm going to be working on that if we have enough materials here. I see we have one bag of towel adhesive, but they're also going to need towel adhesive to put the stone cladding around here. I don't know if they'll get to the stone cladding today. If they don't, that means I'll make a quick run downtown and pick up some more bags. So they're not going to be able to use one bag to complete this project back here. Now, let me give you an update, PLDT update. You remember, if you have viewed the video from Saturday, I believe it was from Saturday, I went down to PLDT. I spoke with Leah, the customer service representative down there, and she promised me she would call me up this morning, and it's just after 8 o'clock. And I already received a text message requesting information. I gave her the information about the number on the box down there, the phone number for my PLDT service, my PLDT landline, which means she's working the issue. It means she's being proactive right now. So we'll see. I still don't have internet up. Of course, it's the beginning of the week. Nothing was done on Sunday, but I am optimistic, and I want to thank all of you who have been writing letters and emails and customer service responses online to PLDT. I think that with your support and my nagging these guys on a day-to-day basis, that we actually might get some service taken care of here, and we might be able to get back online very soon. So I want to thank each and every one of you who have been working to try to get this PLDT issue fixed so we can get these videos uploaded in a timely manner again. Well, it is time to get today started. Let me get upstairs doing some work, and we'll keep an eye on what these guys are doing down here on the planters. I think I'm going to do time-lapse videography on their project down here so you can watch the progress in a condensed mode. Well, let's get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Now what you're seeing the guys doing right now, they're doing the plaster coat on the inside of this planter right now. They'll do it on both of the planters. And then what we'll do after the plaster coat has cured, we'll put a waterproofing on there. And the reason for that is so the moisture that goes inside there, it doesn't bleed through the concrete and do any staining on the outside. And it's really not going to make that much of a difference because remember, we're going to put the stone cladding on the outside. But it's really important if you're doing painting on the outside. If you do like the Boys in 701, the B701, which is the white, and it's like your first, second, and third coat that you put of paint before you put your final coat. Or if that is your final coat, that third coat is usually enough to do the protection and the outside of your wall. Now you notice, it's kind of breezy today, but now you'll notice that the mixture that they have for the plaster coat that they're putting on the outside and on the inside of the planter, it looks really wet. Well, it is really wet, and the reason it's really wet is because that aids in the smoothing of the plaster coat, the finish on the inside and the outside of the planter. It is a 1 part cement to 4 parts sifted sand that they'll use inside there. Let's talk a little bit about the plaster coat, like what they're doing on the outside and the inside of the planter right now in the planter box. you have to make a decision what type of finish you want as an end result. Now, if you're doing the outside of a house and you want a flat look like we have right here, of course you're going to do the plaster coat, and then after you get done with the plaster coat, you're going to put a skim coat on there. You're going to put several layers of skim coat, sanding in between each layer. Then you'll apply a base coat, which is like the B701, the Boysen 701, and you'll probably do 2 or 3 coats of the Boysen 701 before you put your final color that you're going to use on the outside of your house. Now, for the planters, if it was going to be painted on the outside, we would want kind of a rough texture, a sculpture type of texture like we have on the wall of a retaining wall. So we wouldn't do the skim coat on there. We would leave it with the plaster coat like you see right now, and then we would apply the B701 on top of that, and then whatever type of final color that we want. But for this instance, we're going to be using pebble rock on the top for the topper, and underneath the pebble rock we're going to use the stone cladding. So we just want the cement. We don't want skim coat on there, and we don't want paint, because we want these tile adhesive to stick to either the outside. You can go directly onto the concrete hollow blocks like you see right here, or you can apply it to the coat like we have right now on the plastic coat that's on the box over there. Now, shifting plans. I was going to work on the window, the framing upstairs, but that can be done anytime. I'm not really worried about that right now. But as long as we are mixing concrete out here and doing foundation kind of stuff, we're going to work on fixing this area into the entranceway for the service gate into the backyard. As you can see, it was never finished. It's just a beam of some concrete hollow blocks with a little bit of steel reinforcement. What we're going to do, we're going to make it a flat area, nice, fine, and finished. The same width, hopefully the same width as the fence post right here. And then that will be a clean entranceway into the backyard. Also, this morning, I want you to see what a coincidence. Look over my shoulder here. You see who's coming from down the road? These are the PLDT guys. I told you I received a phone call or a text message this morning from Leah down at the PLDT office at SM Lipa, way before 2 hours before they opened. And lo and behold, we have PLDT here to try to surface and try to get us back online again. So let me talk with the people from PLDT here, and hopefully if we get this fixed today, this will be uploaded today and we'll be back on schedule again. Now, even though we know the problem is not here at the house, the first step that they will always do with troubleshooting, they always want to check your modem. So we're going to go inside and we're going to look at the fiber modem on the inside of the house. Red light, red light.
Maybe it's a cable that's a problem.
Yeah, we already checked this out. Alright, so what PLDT is doing right now, even though we know the line is good, they're doing a fiber check. They're running a laser. They have a little laser light that they've connected to my end by the modem. They've disconnected the fiber optic connector from the back of the fiber modem. They put a laser on it. It's like a little flashlight, And it's amazing how far these laser lights can go. Obviously, they end up going all the way from here to where the home station is, but they have different junctions, and they have things that will boost the signal and things as well. So what they're doing now is they're just checking the line from the inside where the fiber modem is connected all the way to that box where the 4 subscribers have no connection, no internet. I feel fairly confident that that connection from here to that box is good. Again, all 4 subscribers have no connectivity after that box. So they'll do that, and that's part of the troubleshooting procedure. Then they'll do like I talked about yesterday or the day before. I said they go from that point, and what is the next connection? They'll follow the line that takes them back to the subscriber base. Okay, well, the technician is back, and he's got some really bad news. I'm hoping I can upload the picture he took, but the box that the 4 of us subscribers are in, it's infested with ants, the big red ants, and they've destroyed some of the internal components inside the fiber box down there, and they're going to have to replace the box. They've sprayed it, but now they have to replace the box, and that's why they had the outage. Like I said, that was the central point of failure right there. All right, well, here is the update. The technician just told me that the fiber was eaten, all the cladding was eaten off by the red ants, and I have the pictures to show you. I tried to get him to download it to me upload to me over the Bluetooth, but his Android and my iPhone just didn't seem to want to talk with each other. But I took a snapshot picture, and I'll show you that. So I said, well, can you fix it? Basically, I was hoping he is a technician, they can do that, but each one of the technicians have a specialty. He's not a line splicing or a line, the fiber optic fixer. He just traces the problem to find out where the problem is at. So now they have to send out somebody else, and I said, when is that going to be? And he's like, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Okay, so at least we know the proactive, the job, they found the root of the cause. Now, what was the root of the cause? The root of the cause is the box, and the box was not sealed properly. They know in the Philippines that infestation of insects is a real problem. So when they put these boxes up, they should be sealed properly. All right, well, the guys tell me they are out of cement. They need some more cement mix for their mixes of doing the planters. So I'm going to run to the local hardware store right around the corner and get 2 bags of cement, or as they call it, cemento. So the guys are working on the planter box over there. I decided to run to the hardware store again and get a piece of rebar. I think they call it something different, called the way they call the rebar here in the Philippines. It's like disjointed bar, or it's DB. If somebody knows exactly what it is, please add it to the post today. But if you go to some place that doesn't speak English, especially if you're out of the main city and you're in the barrio or the barangay that's kind of out, they probably won't know the word rebar. So I picked up a 10 mm rebar, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some reinforcement for this little place here, because this is where the vehicle is going to pass over, and we need a little bit of strength when we put down the concrete mixture in this area. So that's what I'm going to be working on while these guys are working over here, so we can multitask and take advantage of as much of the resources, them and myself as well, and get this thing done as fast as possible. So we have our internet back up. Hooray, hooray, hooray. And Glenn here and Nika, the other representatives that came. And you're the technician, you're the fiber optics technician, the special. And he took care of the problem. And he said it really wasn't a problem with the box had any holes or anything like that. Somebody accidentally left the door open
A little bit open.
a little bit open. It only takes just a little bit for the ants. You remember how destructive nature can be sometimes, whether it be water or insects or things like that. So anyway, I want to thank you, Glenn, for doing the fix action for me here today. And,
Welcome, sir.
And please tell all the folks back when you go back to the office that I appreciate everybody's effort. And the thousands of these guys that are online that are watching the channel, they thank you too. So now we can continue doing our videos on a regular basis. So I know he has lots of jobs because I know there's a lot of jobs open. You're a busy man, right?
Very busy right now.
Very busy right now. So anyway, I'm going to let Glenn and Nika go, and we're going to get back to construction outside. And I am just an extremely happy guy today. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, guys. It's the end of the day. The guys who are working here today on the plant boxes, they're on their motorcycle. They're about to leave for the day. So and there they go. And they got a lot accomplished today. Today was a very successful day. I'm really happy. I'm happy for so many reasons. And one of the biggest reasons is we got our internet back up and online. And what I want to do is I want to share with you what was done today. Like I normally do, I do the wrap up. But before we do the wrap up on the things that were done, we'll go into detail. We'll take a close look at what was accomplished today. But before we do that, I have to share with you a humorous birthday shout out. Someone wrote in, and they wrote in while we had an outage, and this is really fun. I think it's really funny. And when people write in all these things saying how they are panicking because I can't do the uploads of the video, that is such a compliment from you guys to me, and I take it very seriously. And I want to thank each and every one of you who are basically telling me that my PI Dream is a part of your daily life. And for me too, for me on my side with you, you guys are a part of my life as well. Now let me read to you what one of the subscribers wrote in the comments section. It gave me such a chuckle this morning, and it happened to be about the PLDT being out, and it's his birthday that's coming up. I don't know what day because he didn't tell me what day his birthday is. Anyway, the username is Arthur Blunt, and what he wrote in was, he said, and I quote, "I've been waiting so long for my birthday so that I can get a birthday shout out. Thanks, PLDT." Anyway, I got such a kick out of it. Well, Arthur, we are back online. PLDT got the fix done today, and we are back online again. So for you, I want to wish you a happy birthday. Now let's backtrack and capture what was done today, both on what the workers did and some of the stuff that I did, and something that the workers and I did together in harmony. In harmony. It's like we're dancing or something. Well, anyway, what they did was they didn't quite, but they almost finished up this planter before putting the formwork on the top. So you see on the inside, it is all done with the plaster coat of cement. It's done on this side, and most of the other side over here. So you see, it's almost done, not quite done. They still have this section here, and they still have this backside to do. And what I'm going to ask them to do when they mix up the mixture for here, which is basically, I think it's 1 part cement to 4 parts of the sand, I'm going to ask them to save a little bit and fix this area over here. You know, the area over here that has all these gouges, and it was like when they rushed to get this this pebble rock done on this, they just made a real mess of it. So, and that'll be an easy fix. Also, let me show you the form work that one of our workers did today, Robert, and he did the form work for the pebble rock that's going to be doing the filling inside here. So we did the form work. What'll happen is it'll be flat on the top here, and it will fill in both of these sides right here and give the same impression that you see for all the pebble rock that's done for the lining of the retaining wall. Now, I will tell you something. It was a good thing that I was on site today watching them do this, because they knew we were going to put the pebble rock up, and they knew they had to do the form work. And they were putting the form work in, and this is one of those kind of things. If you have a good foreman, if you have somebody that's doing oversight, a manager that's doing oversight, or a good foreman, like I said, they will catch these things that sometimes the workers won't catch. What happened was, we know that we are putting the stonework here. You know, the stonework over my shoulder here on the fence post, it's going here. Well, when they were putting in the formwork for the pebble rock, they only put one layer. You can see now there's 2 layers here. 2 layers here. Two layers of 3/4 inch plywood. So they only had 3/4 inch. But they didn't take into consideration that we're going to put the stonework cladding on the outside of that. So what would have ended up happening is the stone cladding would have ended up, if they only used the one piece of plywood for the formwork around there, it would have been sticking out further than the pebble rock here. So the pebble rock would have been embedded instead of being a T laying on the top as a topper. So I caught that and I said, you're going to need to put 2 layers of the formwork around there, one on top of the other, to make it to compensate. And I brought a piece of, I put it back away, but I brought a piece of the stonework out here, and I put up there and I showed them, and they were like, oh yeah, we're going to have to put another piece on there so it will top properly. Well, they didn't say that, but I think that's what they were saying. I don't know. I have no idea what they were saying. They're probably saying, this guy is crazy. But anyway, it will be done right now, and we'll have a nice T-top for the pebble rock on the top. That was done today, and I'm glad I caught that, because that would have been a big mistake for the next day, and we would have had to fix. And then, you see, today I put in the rebar. And that will be the steel reinforcement for the cement mix that goes in there. Now that mix is going to be a strong mix, and it'll be with the gravel, the 3/4 gravel, plus the sand, plus the cement mix. And that will make a good foundation for that. And they asked me, did we want to put pebble rock on there? I said, no, we don't need, that's overkill. We don't need pebble rock for there. Plus the pebble rock is really expensive. So all we need is just something when you drive a vehicle over, a servicing vehicle for the septic tanks, or if I need to bring the truck into the backyard to dump materials down or something like that. We just need something that is strong and secure, and we'll just clean it up and make sure it's level with the bottom of the ironworks gate. So that was the other thing. I didn't get to work today on the granite up in the bath up on the 2nd floor, but that can wait. That's not a priority. This was a priority today. PLDT was a priority today. And mainly that's what the priorities were, and they got done. So I'm happy with what went on today. Tomorrow they'll be working again on the planters, and I kind of want to be engaged while they're doing that as well. I want to be engaged when they're doing the fill-in for the concrete for the crossover from the street over into the backyard. I'm not in such a hurry to get those windows done. Nest doesn't come in for another, I think it's 10 days, 9 or 10 days. It will all be done before, that will be done before she gets here. Well, I have to make a run to Wilcon tonight, or to any place that has heavy duty tile adhesive. All the little places right around here, they have tile adhesive, but it's standard tile adhesive. I need the heavy duty tile adhesive for the heavier stonework, the stonework that we're going to do for the cladding of the boxes. So I'm going to run and pick those up. I got to pick up 2. I'll probably pick up 3, because we always seem to be running short. And maybe I'll just shop for a couple other things while I'm inside the store. But we're going to close for here for now, for today here at Villa Feliz, and then tomorrow will be another day. Thank goodness we got PLDT up. thank you for all of you who wrote and called and did everything. I think the collaboration of all of us got this problem solved. And I spoke again with the technician up there, and I said, please make sure that the box is treated and the box is securely closed. I don't know if I said earlier, but one of the reasons, or the main reasons, he said, wasn't that there was a hole anywhere. It wasn't not sealed properly, because they are. He said somebody who serviced that box the last time, they left the box open. They didn't lock it, and the seal on it wasn't even closed, and the ants got in that way. And then ants over here, ants and rain. Those insects and rain, those are two of the biggest things that you're going to have problems with in the Philippines or other places that are in this kind of a climate around the world. So be prepared, and we'll talk about that later in a later episode about things to look at when you are building in the Philippines. So anyway, this was a super long closing today, and I apologize for that, but tomorrow is another day, and we'll get back into the normal build. We'll get into the regular uploads like we've been doing, and hopefully life is back to normal again. Well, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed, and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.